Yo, what up? Wait, I'm missing a light. Hold on. There we go. Isn't that better? I'm already super white. Well, can't have me looking even whiter. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. What's up, Bam? Kalia, what up? What up? What's cracking? What we got going on? Did the alert go out? It appears as it did. It did. Good. Ooh. I'm excited for the I'm excited. What's up, Samat? I'm excited for the whatchamacallit. For the Connor Ben versus whatchamacallit. My girl White, ain't nothing wrong with her with White Unk. You banging a white girl? Ew. Ew. White bitches are nasty. No, I'm just playing. I'm married to a white girl, so I feel you. What's up, Samat? No alert? Yayan. There's Zion and there's Yayan. I just think I would KO you. You KO these nuts. Maybe you can KO them. That just sounded mad gay, right? For me saying, like, I thought it would be cool, but it came out. No, never mind. This card is super exciting. Don't like Devin, but would be nice to see him drop Ramirez. He's not going to drop Ramirez. I think he's just going to bobblehead him like the whole fight. My whole family white. Yeah, that's true. You should see my son. Blonde hair, blue eyes, like white as shit. His eyes are like, I wish my wife would let me show pictures of him because he's such a handsome kid. His eyes are like the bluest shit you've ever seen. They're like ice blue. Crazy, like scares people, almost like a vampire. You walked into Yayan. I had to check him. You never found a white person attractive? Now, this is when I say what I usually say. So 25% of you is ugly. No, this is when I got to bring up that you're 25% white too. You saying we ugly. Well, that means part of you is ugly, punk. Samote, what up? People mentioned you on TVV today. Ness responded and said, stop bringing you up. What did they say about me? What's up, Raphael? Where you been, man? You rewatched it. Ryan looked awful. I know. Look, he might have used the Ostarine to try and cut weight. I wouldn't put that by him. But, like, I don't think he was trying to use it for any kind of a benefit with speed or power. And it's like, if it gave him a benefit in speed and power, we just don't know. Because I've heard conflicting reports. Some people say it doesn't give you anything unless you use it for weeks, blah, blah, blah. Some people say, yeah, it'll benefit you right away. We don't know. That's why we need the rematch. I hope Devin Haney won because of the comments Ryan Garcia made about black women. He made it about black people, right? He said the N-word and all that. What's up, Lightning? Zepeda is stopping nobody. I know you love Mexican fighters, but you got to be realistic. Vanilla cheeks are awesome. Well, David, I know your name's David Garcia, but that picture, you look mad white. Let me rephrase. You look like a Spanish emperor. You know, like Spain or like technically Latinos, but they look white as shit. That's what you look like. So your cheeks are probably white too. I'm just saying. Complexion-wise, you got that little spice in you probably. Garcia, what are you, Mexican? Puerto Rican? I can't even fucking tell. You're a pretty boy, though. I'll tell you that. Pretty mother. I hate these pretty motherfuckers. Leave Junior in Bulgaria for a month. Why? Fuck would I want to do that? So we could shit in a hole in the ground and ride camels to school? Well, sheep. There's no camels in Bulgaria. I have Ryan stopping Devin the rematch. If Ryan comes in shape and fully focused, I don't see the fight going 8 rounds. You might be right. Whoa, let me correct female vanilla cheeks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Marco, I did Ancestry. I'm more like, you told me 25. You lied. Yeah, you know what it is? It probably did, the other like 13, the other 14% is probably Italian. And you're one of those dudes. It's like, I'm Italian, not white. Yayan, whatever the fuck your name is. Italian's white. You, my friend, are 25% white. I don't believe you. Shakur, I hate people who do that shit. I'm not white. I'm Italian. I'm like, that's fucking white. I ain't white, yo. I'm Bulgarian. That's white. Shakur Stevenson dumped Hearn on the side of the road. Well, what's up, Anthony? David looks like a Spanish James Dean. Yeah, he looks mad fuck. That's a pretty boy and a half. He does. He looks like he'll come over to you. He'll be like, come here, open up, have just a bunch of rare guns made of rubber that could pass through customs and through metal detectors to sell you. And each one's like 3 Gs. And like, if you try and steal it from him, somebody will just snipe you. He has snipes on all the rooftops. He looks like one of those kind of guys. It's the aviators. I had to double back like a camel. Huh? Salute, Marco. Thanks for the compliment. I'm a citizen of the world, and I'm not that light. Ah, you don't want to tell us what you are. You're probably half white and half Mexican or some shit. I mean, Garcia could also be Puerto Rican. I don't know what you are. Whatever it is, though, you look like a Banana Republic Madrid edition model. I got Devin. I'm going for the underdog. No, I was actually Native American. Oh, word? Well, okay, that's not white. But I'm Mexican Spanish. I knew you were Spanish. Brown power. Word up. There's some dark skin. Yeah, well, Paulie, nah, Mo. Now you fucking with people from my neck of the woods. Giancarlo is half black, half Italian. So he is not dark-skinned Italian. His 50% of his DNA is sub-Saharan African. He grew up in New York. Nah, that doesn't work. There ain't no dark. The darkest you get is like Paulie. Paulie's Sicilian. You do get, and Paulie's full Italian. There's this other rapper, you ever hear of him, named Little D? He's from Coney Island. He also looks like he could be Hispanic. So you get dudes from Sicily who look Italian, who look Hispanic, but Giancarlo's half black. I mean, you could tell he has coarse hair and everything. Shout out to my Native American brethren. I'm surprised that Eddie Hearn couldn't even keep Shakur long enough to complete his contract. I mean, shit. Like I said, Marco, when you black. No, that's true. I get it. Okay. No, that's funny. That's good. But see, that shows that your mind is going to the. But that's true. Little D is, but I think it's little DEE, which makes it visually not as phallic. But that was good. Coney Island reminds me of Detroit. Yeah, that's about right. It's a shithole, Coney Island, still. Even though they got the whole Coney Island like carnival there. He's pretty. Little D is nice. Look him up right now. He's nice. He's like 18 years old too. 17? No, 18 or 19 tops. He's nice. Look him up. He's nice with it. He's and you know what I like about him? He kicks old school shit. He loves using old school beats, old school flow, but he's like 19. He's like a youngster. I have theory on why Shakur left her. Let's hear it. It's a restaurant, ain't it? What the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking to Bam? What's up, Butcher? What's up, Butch? What up, Butch dog? I won't front. I kind of miss Alberto. I gotta be honest. A little bit. Alberto, if you're watching, again, it was not my choice, although I think you did deserve it, but it was not my choice. But you will be allowed back very soon. So, how y'all know Shakur left? I don't know. That's a good question. Zombies will spawn. No RIP. No. He's just on a vacation. I hope so. Honestly, I like Alberto. He's always been cool with me. Although I don't know if that was him. He came in and made some nasty comment. But he just needs to chill with the fucking drama, man. That's all. I think he's young. I really do. I think he's young. I seen a crazy freestyle of Lil D. But that's what I'm saying, Robert. And he's even better now. Alberto, oh, you weren't here, David? Alberto, he just comes in and threatens. It looks people up, like, people whose names, like, let's say your real name is David Garcia, although that's such a common name. He'll look you up and then start saying, oh, I found that, he'll find out whatever. If you Google somebody, a lot of shit can come up, and he starts threatening people and then calling people like PDF files and saying that they're in jail and making up shit, which isn't true. And then culminated with CJ. He started looking up CJ's sick mother who's in a nursing home, and was going to like give the address to piss CJ off of her nursing home. It was just too far. Like, you could say what you want here, but don't fuck with people's families. You know what I'm saying? With spouses or families. Lo. What's up, Lo? Lo, you at work? You want to jump on? You fucking Boricua? July 12th, Shakur has a shot to fully gain the Rican fan base. He's on a car with Edgar and Subriel, plus he's against Mexican. Okay. Alberto is a doxer. I just heard about that. I just heard what that word means. Lowe's the man. Send the link. Do I have your phone number? I don't think I do. Let me see. I don't think I have your number, Lo. I should get it, though. It's easier than this fucking Instagram shit. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna message it to you. Do me a favor, though. Send me your number in the... Oh, you did send me your number. Oh, there it is. Oh, you just sent it now. Okay, there's the link. I'll save your number later. I just sent you the link, Lo. All right. Let's get back to business. Hearn might have told Shakur that Turkey was willing to pay a certain amount for Zepeda fight because... oh. Shit, I don't know, man. I'm not affiliated with Bomberto in any way. Bomberto. Oh, you guys. David, you a fighter? No, I don't think he's a fighter. How the fuck you going to let Alberto come back if he doesn't know? He watches. I mean, how am I going to tell him? What you want me to do? Dox him? If he doesn't watch, he doesn't watch. What can we do? To be fair, Bomberto, y'all spent weeks talking about banging his grandma. Well, Mo, that only started because he started talking shit about Rob and saying he's a fucking... What's up?
Yo, Marco, what's good, bro?
I was gonna say what's clapping. That sounds mad. What's happening?
Nah, man, just getting ready to go to work, bro. I went to the gym today, had a good workout. My shoulder feeling a lot better. I was hitting the I was a little hard though, cause I'm coming off of a cold. So when you're coming off a cold, your lungs kind of feel shot.
Yeah.
You get tired. But I was pushing through, man. I was hitting the aqua bag. I was tapping it, then I was hitting it with power. Mixing it up,
Yo,
stuff
you
like that.
gotta do the aqua. I got a water bag here. Not aqua is a little tough because the rubber is mad thick. Get a water bag. Like I got
That's what I'm talking about. That's the water bag. There's two different bags. There's the upper cup bag that's hard.
You see that right there? That's
the heavy bag.
That one-handed, the heavy bag hanging. That's a water. It's filled with pure water, and there's just a little bit of foam. That shit for old fucks like me and you is ideal for your joints, your shoulder, all that. Trust me,
right.
Huge difference. That's the only one I hit because I do it every day.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you go on my Instagram, check out my stories. I put the video when I was in the aqua bag today. But yeah, man, Turkey Al Sheik putting up a good card, bro. And the fight that really intrigues me the most on that card is Subriel Matias against Alberto Puello. Alberto Puello. This might sound crazy. He might have the opportunity to be the best Dominican fighter ever because there has never been a Dominican fighter who is a Hall of Fame worthy fighter. I'm not saying he is, but so far, mostly Dominican fighters, all due respect, they've been more Dominican fighters lately than Puerto Ricans, but they're flash in the pans. They come, they win a belt, then they get knocked off.
That's it.
Uh,
I'm banning all Dominican talk on this channel because of you know who. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Alberto Puello is not a flash in the pan. He's been a champion in the best division in boxing, 140. He defeated Gary Antoine Russell. He had a close fight with Sandor Martin. Now he's fighting Subriel Matias. If he beats Subriel Matias, he will have a good argument as possibly having the best resume at 140 pounds, or at least one of the best resumes there, if he
Right.
beats Subriel Matias. Now, Shakur Stevenson, who has been dangling the carrot between being Puerto Rican, which he is because that's his blood, but he hasn't really embraced it like that. You know what I'm saying?
What you
And
mean?
he hasn't embraced it like that. He only wore the flag when he fought a Mexican
Yo,
by the name.
he doesn't speak English and he looks like Trinidad. Like he's clearly no. I mean,
I know that. I'm not saying he don't look Puerto Rican. I'm saying he hasn't really embraced it like that. He wore the flag a couple of times and that was it. He went back to being just a regular African American fighter. He needs to embrace both.
tell me this though. I feel like, and I'm not Puerto Rican, obviously, but I feel like when you don't speak the language and when you're from there, I feel like the Americans, they're the dudes who need to wear the flag. He's just obviously embraced, no?
I mean, Puerto Rican fans like Shakur because I be around Puerto Ricans, of course, and all my cousins root for Shakur Stevenson. I root for Shakur Stevenson, depending on who he's fighting. But he hasn't really embraced it like that. Like, there's nothing wrong with coming out with the flag. He doesn't got to go out there and fake it and start, Viva Puerto Rico, because that's not him. He don't talk like that. That's not his coach he was raised around. But he could at least come out there with a half American flag, half Puerto Rican flag. Start repping it, man. You in there against a Mexican fighter. You're gonna be in New York City, a melting pot with Latinos, and you're gonna be on a card with Edgar Berlanga and Subriel Matias, the two most popular Puerto Rican fighters right now. It's time for Shakur to finally become El Shakur. He left the J Prince stuff behind already. In all due respect, I don't mean to say this and take it. I don't want nobody to take it the wrong way, but Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and UK fans, we really support our fighters. You know what I'm saying? All due respect, a lot of the African American fan base, most of them kick their fighters to the curb when they lose, and they make it a tribal thing. Example: when Errol Spence fought Bud Crawford, you couldn't be a fan of both; it was one or the other. With Shakur Stevenson and Javante Davis, you couldn't be a fan of both; it was one or other. They already threw Javante in the garbage right now too. So Shakur needs to start embracing that Puerto Rican fan base so he can really build that marketability. So eventually, if he ever fights Javante Davis, that could turn out to be somewhat of a mini green print. Blacks against
Mm,
half black Latino. If he's smart, he would do that.
okay. Okay. What'd you think of Ben Whitaker?
I didn't watch it.
Ah,
I did one of your moves. I
you didn't care?
never seen that man fight that one. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. As a content creator, shame on me. I don't really watch every single fight, bro. I don't. I watch the fight that intrigued me. I'm not really into Ben Whitaker like that. He's charismatic, but I never really watched him fight. I just seen highlights of him trying to do the Emmanuel Augustus.
Well, I've watched him. I watched the fight. It was a premature stoppage a bit, but I think he did enough to redeem himself. He looked good, Damn, I'm pissed. I just heard that the credentials are closed for May 2nd. Like they already sent it out and it's too late now. The fuck?
I didn't know that. I didn't even know they were doing that. They were
That's
sending
what
out credentials.
my man Blue Blood just told me. He sent me the link, but it's closed. It's unavailable. He says it's too late. But they usually, how they do a credential, just like the week of, like you have mad time. That's fucked
I'm gonna
up.
still be there. I'm still gonna be there though, because I got reservations at Dos Caminos.
Dos Caminos. There's a
Yeah,
Dos Caminos on 42nd Street?
yeah, not 42nd Street. It's on 47th Street in Times Square. Because that area, well, I'm assuming. Check this out, Marco. There's a guy in my gym. He fights for the FDNY. He's actually going to be on that card. They're going to have one amateur fight, if I'm not correct, on that card, according to what my boy was telling me. And
Mm.
he's going to fight on that card. He's going to be the only amateur fight that's going to be on that card.
I
So I was
gotta
picking
I
it.
gotta
Yeah,
get at that fight, man. I gotta get to that. Maybe I'll ask Shaq. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but like I gotta get. That's crazy. I gotta get to that fight. That's like I want, but I want to get like you know what I'm saying, access, not just walking. I mean, I'll walk up. You know, I grew up right there. Literally, I
yeah.
grew up right there on 50th. Well, I mean, down on I grew up on 50th and 11th, but whatever, right there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be there, so I'll see you there. I don't know. I just don't know. What do we dealing with here though? Is it like just standing room for mad people? What
That's
are
what
they
I
doing?
believe it's going to be. It's going to be standing. Listen, I'm probably not going to be able to see anything from where I'm at because people are going to be standing up, and I'm not going to stand around people. I'm going to be in a restaurant. I'm going to sit right next to the window, and I'm still going to order the fight on my phone so I can watch it with my speaker on the zone while I'm enjoying the atmosphere. Hopefully, they have the fight on the screens out there as well, like they do in the arenas. That'll be dope.
I want to, man. I'm starting to feel like uh, I've been denied to a few, and I'm like, I guess I'm not doing as good as I thought I was because these fucking people, these dudes are denying me. What the fuck? What the fuck? And this one, maybe he wouldn't have denied me, but I wasn't even able to apply. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna try and finagle my way to that one
I
because
wouldn't take that personal, man. It is what it is, bro.
I mean, it's not that's not personal, but I mean, it kind of is personal in a way, right? Like they're approving, you know, dudes like Ness and fucking Blue and all these other guys. Like, I'm not saying I'm at their level, but I should be close enough to get approved at least.
I
I don't
mean, I don't know, man. Everybody has their picks, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's people that's allowed, people that's not allowed. It is what it is, bro. You know?
Nah, David Garcia, 300 people to sit and watch. Media, I believe, is different, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna see if Blue got. I'm waiting for Blue to tell me if he got approved. I know he didn't get approved, or at least he told me for the Tank fight. Tank was not approving anybody. Like they didn't really want media there because you know Tank's real touchy with media. He doesn't like them.
You know what I don't like with boxing right now, man? Like it's like a lot of boxers cater more to the media outlets that have nothing to do with boxing, more like commercial guys. You know, they cater to the hip hop
Uh huh.
podcasters and stuff like that, but they don't, you know, certain ones like Tank, for instance, and they don't give the time of day to the YouTube content creators involved with boxing. But they'll go do an interview with Cameron and then get clowned and then get upset because Cameron and those guys are not really boxing guys. Same thing with Clarissa Shields. She was over there with them or whatever happened. And some other podcasts and they clowned her too. You know what I mean? And it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, and then we got a whole shitload of fights, right? We got Canelo. So that's a Friday, the 2nd, right?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Shout out to Two Tone. I'm fire sticking that. I'm not paying $60 to watch a 12 round fight. That's gonna be a guy coming to run. I already watched clips of William Skull. This is a Cuban fighter that runs. It's gonna be a 12 round fight with Canelo. Now, I'm not gonna say chase because Canelo knows how to cut the ring off,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna be cutting the ring off all night. And this guy's gonna be running for his life. It's gonna go 12 rounds. I'm not paying for that. I'll pay for the TO card, but not the Canelo card.
Yeah, I mean, so we got, and then Sunday we got another fight too.
They knew he's at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not watching that neither, man.
I thought that's in Vegas.
Nah, man, he's in Japan, I believe.
You sure? Now they said it's a fight in Vegas.
I didn't hear about that.
Let me see. Naoa
Vegas on a Sunday? Heck no, man. That's not in Vegas.
Let's find out. Well, no, maybe they did do it because let's see. Yeah, T-Mobile Arena, Vegas. Absolutely.
Okay, what time?
It doesn't say what time, but it's not going to be at 6 a.m. I don't think. It's probably going to be, and I think they did this strategically because they don't want to compete with Canelo or with Riyadh. So they.
Yo, Marco, I got a bone to pick with you, by the way, because you was talking some pound for pound talk the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying that you said something about how can T.O. and somebody else be on the list, right? Top 10 pound for pound.
No. T.O., there's an argument for it, but go ahead.
Like right now, like first off, here's my list, right? Without disagreeing nothing. Number 1, I got Usyk. Number 2, I got Bud Crawford. Number 3, I got Inouye. Number 4, I got Bivol. Number 5, I got Canelo. Number 6, I got Better Beef because he beat Bivol and he also lost a close fight. You can't knock him down that low. Number 7, I'll throw Bam Rodriguez. Number 8, I got Tio. Number 9, I got Shakur or David Benavidez, and either one, 9 and 10, Benavidez and Shakur. You had a problem with Shakur and Tio. That's what it was. You said Tio and Shakur. You had an issue with that.
Well, I said
what are the two guys over them that shouldn't be on the list?
To look, and I'll look right now. I had to look. I wasn't sure. Okay, so let's see the people's pound for pound list. I'm just looking at what would be Jesse Takani. I don't know. I don't know enough about Junto Takani.
No, all due respect, Marco, and I'm glad you said that. That's my problem. When these people want to put these guys up there, right? And I have nothing against the little fighters, but a lot of people, to their defense, say, "Oh, well, you don't know the little divisions. You don't know the guys he beat." Let me tell you something. If we know Junko Nakatani, then why we don't know the other Junko Nakatani? Why? Why there's no special guy there that's a rival? That means that division is dead. At least Inui, to his credit, moved up and he fought a few guys that we do know. So I can't put Junko Nakatani on a pound for pound list when you got all the guys that I mentioned that actually beat guys that we know that also got accomplishments.
Well, I mean, shit. What about Devin? Technically, he could be.
Nah, bro.
You could argue that his loss could have been because of the drugs. We don't know yet.
But the same way, the argument is, the question is, was the loss because of the drugs? Also, the loss because he fought a crappy fight and he can't beat Ryan Garcia. So the question goes for both of them. I can't put Devin Haney on that list after that performance where he was getting dropped like 15 times all over that ring. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. Devin is not on that list. So I'm not taking Shakur out of that list for Devin Haney. No way.
So I think we all agree with the 8. So it's the last 2. And you know what? I will put Tio in there. Now, the 10th would be between Nakatani, Shakur, maybe Ennis.
That wasn't the last. That wasn't the last 2. The last 2 on my list is Shakur and David Benavidez. Tio's at 8.
Right. But I disagree with you. I put Benavidez way above, way higher. But
he still belongs on the list regardless.
Right.
Whatever number you want to say.
But the 2 that I think shouldn't be there, arguably, would be Tio and Shakur. But then now I'm looking at it, and I don't know who else belongs there over them. So maybe you're right. Oh, Virgil Ortiz. What about Virgil?
No, man. He hasn't beaten nobody as an underdog. You got to do things, Marco. I mean, you got to win titles, and you also got to win big fights against guys that people think can beat you.
I agree.
Tio arguably has the best resume out of anybody in their 20s right now.
Right.
In their 20 years old and up, 20 to 29, Tio got the best resume.
But he also lost twice. Dev only lost technically once. I mean,
no, Tio lost once.
Tio lost once. Right. But he had a bunch of tough fights.
He had a couple of fights with people.
Dev lost once too. So why is Tio above Dev?
Yeah, but look how Devin lost.
Right.
And Devin lost. He lost to a guy that was. No, man, we're not doing that. He got his ass whooped. He got dropped 8 times.
You got to be fair. Like you know my stance on this. My stance is I don't know, and to say that you know is ridiculous. But I do agree with you. It does look like Ryan had his number. It does look, but there's no way we know. We don't know.
So we don't know. So we don't know if he belongs there neither. Then we're gonna keep him at down. So Devin Haney, if he beats Ramirez and if he beats Ryan Garcia, me personally, I'll place him back on the list because Devin was pretty good at the time. But I'm not gonna put him on that list based on what happened on paper. I don't go by what happened on paper. I go by what happens in reality. And with reality, he got his head knocked all around that ring. He's shown that he always gets hit with the left hook. And I'm not trying to bash Devin Haney, but I can't put Devin Haney on the top 10 list because I can't remove Tio off the list. I'm not removing Shakur that barely loses any rounds. The only guy I took off the list is Tank, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Me too. I had Tank there too. Go on.
I'm gonna tell you why I took Tank off because Tank has clearly said that he's not gonna get engaged in legacy fights. So if you're not gonna engage in legacy fights, then we're not gonna engage with you and put you into legacy or pound for pound conversations. And then you had a controversial fight against. Not that Lamar Peterson's a bad fighter, but he was perceived as a cherry pick gone wrong. So we're going to keep that energy. Javante Davis is not on that list.
I agree with you. But with me, it's just because his resume doesn't match up. And now on top of that, he arguably just lost. So I agree with you. He's not on the top 10 for pound. But then, again, Teofimo arguably lost too.
No, but it was different. It was different. I'm gonna tell you. All right. That's the narrative because I watched that fight 20 times with Sandor Martin and with Jermaine Ortiz, right? Sandor Martin to me won 3 rounds out of 10. Jermaine Ortiz won 4 rounds out of 12, right? If you
Thrombosis.
watch, no,
Drop
he
him.
beat him. Yeah, that's one fight, but he
Right.
bounced back from that. He
Right.
bounced back from that,
So
and the
for
way he bounced
you,
back,
you're going to forgive one loss with a bounce back over dudes who have never lost.
he bounced back and beat Josh Taylor as the underdog, and he didn't just beat him. The way that he
Wow.
beat him,
Yo,
he goes on the list.
I was at that fight. I remember clearly. Yep.
And with that being said, he's shown that that was a fluke, right? And you can't compare Jermaine Ortiz with the Lamont Roach fight because if you look up any highlights of Jermaine Ortiz versus Teofimo Lopez, you're not going to see no highlights of Jermaine Ortiz knocking his head back because that's not boxing. When you box somebody, you make a miss and you make him pay with a clean shot to snap his head back and make him look like a fool. Jermaine Ortiz made him miss a lot because Teal is not really good at cutting the ring off. But to Teal's credit, he was landing the bigger shots coming forward. Jermaine was landing little jabs here and there off the top of the head. He wasn't landing anything that was snapping his head back or nothing. He came there to survive.
Right.
And Shandor Martin did a better job because at least he scored a knockdown. But besides the knockdown, I gave Shandor probably 2 more rounds. That's not a robbery. When you look at outboxing somebody, Marco, because you box. When you make somebody miss, you make them pay. You don't make somebody miss and just run around and just throw your hands and tap them around. That's not boxing, bro.
I mean,
You can't look at highlights of Teofimo versus Jermaine Ortiz and see Teofimo getting his head knocked around all over that place like you see Javante and Lamont Roach. It's a whole different ballgame. That's not the same.
But let's be fair here. Let's be transparent. You love Teo, do you not?
Teal's my favorite fighter, but I hold Teal accountable too.
Okay, but don't. I'm just throwing it out there because you have a lot of Teo admiration going, which is fine.
I hold Teal accountable because before he fought Josh Taylor, I was on another podcast. From the my guy named Rap Star Boxing from the UK. He's a good channel also. I was on with him and Punch was saying if Teal beat Josh Taylor, he's putting him back on the pound for pound list. At the time, I disagreed. I said I'm not putting him back on the list, unless he shows consistency, right? Because I was thinking Teal was going to win a close fight. If Teal would have won that fight 7-5, it would have been a very close fight. That wouldn't have been enough for me to put him back on the list. But based on the way that he beat him, he dominated him. He beat him 10-2, knocked him all around that ring. I have to put him back on that list. You know what I'm saying? But if it would have been a close fight, I wasn't putting him back on that list. I hold my favorite fighters accountable.
Yo, the chat is roasting you, saying
I don't care about the chat.
You're glazing Teo. You are a little bit, but here's the thing. I think Teo is, when he's on point, one of the best fighters in boxing, but that's the problem. He's not always on point. So how much should that affect his ranking in terms of
James Toney wasn't always on point either, right? James Toney
was going, he was a natural middleweight fighting like he was just overweight.
No, I'm just saying, if we want to talk about careers, at the time when James Toney was fighting, and I'm not crapping on James Toney, he's one of my favorite fighters, right? James Toney wasn't the most consistent guy once he moved up in weight. He lost to guys that he had no business losing to. He struggled against guys like Dave Tabiri, where a lot of people said it was a robbery. But the big wins that James Toney followed up with made up for that. So Teofimo right now is sort of like a James Toney in terms of, I'm not saying the lack of, I'm not gonna say lack of discipline, but he don't got an eating disorder like Tony had. But Teal had performances where he was lackluster, and then he had performances where he was awesome. Same thing with James Toney. He had great performances, and nobody took him off.
Oh, my bad.
I'm here.
Dominance is a big part, and losing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Marco.
You hear me?
Yeah, I'm just getting dressed right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know because my internet now is fucking.
I know you were fake. Yeah, you was blacking out a little bit, man. You was.
You guys in the chat, you hear me? Okay. What the fuck's wrong with this Connecticut internet? Anyway, but you know what? I might have to agree with you. Shakur should probably be there. Teo should probably be there because I don't see anybody else. You got either Virgil, Boots, or the Nakatani dude. I don't know if they would go above Shakur and Teo.
I'm gonna be real with you, and this is me defending Devin Haney now. I will put Devin Haney ahead of Virgil. I wouldn't put Virgil in that conversation yet. Boots, he got accolades as far as 2 belts, but Boots' resume is not there yet. If Boots were to go and beat a Brian Norman Jr. and then one of the other guys on the list would catch a little slip up, then I would put Boots on that list. But
Mm.
Nakatani, I'm not putting him on the list until he fights another Nakatani or fights somebody we know. And Devin Haney got to go through Ramirez and he got to go through Ryan to get back on the list for me.
Here we go. Here we go. My man, Ring is Life. He goes, this is to you. And I kind of agree with him. Tio is not James Toney. He moved up. James Toney dominated a division, lost to Roy, and moved up. James could win a fight he was losing. Never seen Tio turn a fight around how James did with none. Boom!
We haven't
Now,
seen enough.
I will
We
say
haven't
one
seen
thing,
enough of
though.
that yet.
Hold on, I will say one thing. Ring, I agree with everything you said, except don't forget, my man Montel Griffin, who's actually a friend of mine, beat a prime James Toney
168
twice
though, yeah.
at 168 at his prime weight. So
And to give you guy an argument, right? James Toney's first division, first championship was at 160. Doing that run, he had a performance against Dave Tiberi, okay, an unheralded guy that was given no chance to win, and a lot of people felt it was a robbery, right? A lot of people felt that. And then James Toney struggled to make weight. That's when he moved up to 168, and a lot of people were writing him off, just like they wrote Tio off. And he went in there and had a great, great, great performance against Iran Barkley. So yeah, I'm going to compare Tio with James Toney in terms of he's shown brilliance and he's shown some performances where he wasn't brilliant. So we're not going to knock Tio because nobody was taking Tony off the list like that. So I'm not taking Tio off no list.
we got our resident female community member, and of course she says Tio was going through a divorce. Okay, maybe. So you're saying psychologically, Clarissa, it affected him? Possibly.
And what fight she's talking about?
Probably the loss to Cambosis. That's when he was going through his divorce, right?
He was going through a lot more than a divorce. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. That's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna defend nobody with whatever happened. I'm just stating my case on why these guys should be on the pound for pound list. I don't see anybody knocking any of those 10 guys off the list unless one of those guys lose or look terrible, and then the other guy on the list looks tremendous against somebody good. Then right now I can't remove Shakur, Tio, Bivol, Beterbiev, Bam, and all those guys off the list for Devin Haney or anybody else.
You like Tio the way I like Roy. Word up.
Well, it's a difference. No, it's a difference because Roy Jones, for you, his career is already over. He's a legend. Tio's still building his legacy as an active fighter. I'll compare it to the way you rock for Benavidez. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
that's your active guy.
What do you think about Tio, the way he's handling all the promotion? Because it's borderline annoying. What do you think?
I think Tio, he's doing what he got to do to sell the fight. He can choose, he can choose a different way to go about it. As far as the thing with Tio is, I think he's doing a good job. Sometimes it comes off a little bit, how would I say, scripted. Like it's not really him. Because I've seen some interviews with, and I'm waiting to interview Tio. I've been communicating with him. We're gonna get this done. We were supposed to talk last week, but when he was ready, I wasn't ready. I was at the restaurant. But yeah, sometimes I've seen Tio in interviews where he's real different, just laid back, calm, more sincere, more like himself. And in some interviews, I see him acting like if it's like in character mode. So
have you ever
I can't really call it. No, not yet.
But you saw my last one with him and his pops. What was it, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, yeah. I watch him. I watch Punch all the time. Yeah, especially when he got Tio on the show.
Not Punch, the one with me.
I saw that. Yeah, when it got disconnected and his father was still. Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, his father was like, "Fuck, my phone died." And then he texted me
I was in the comment section, bro, when he was interviewing.
I love Tio. I'll be honest. I do. I think
I hung out with his dad before though.
Yeah, you told me he's a wild man, right?
I actually hung out with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all that, but I'm saying I hung out with him one time at the what fight was it in the Garden? I think it was the Xander Zayas fight. The one before this one. He was there. And I was hanging out with Tio. I was hanging out with his dad. His dad was arguing with people in the crowd. And he was a fun dude, man. He's a very, very cool brother, man. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah,
he reminded me of one of my uncles, man.
One of your uncles?
Yeah, I got family members. So I can relate because I even got an aunt that sounds like Tio Senior. She got the raspy voice. She's a little wild herself, man. I had uncles, rest in peace, that they were high sprung dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to Tio as far as having family members that are really outspoken like that.
I mean, I'm gonna
Him
tell
and
you,
Danny Garcia.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Your man Tio, in my opinion, has the biggest chance of losing out of all three of the uh the, the big name fighters.
He's fighting the best opponent, of course. He's the only one with the only guy on that card undefeated is Barbosa. Barbosa's a is a is an actual mandatory that actually deserves it. He earned it. So
Yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna crap on him at all. He's a good fighter.
it's also styles. Why does this keep doing this? This fucking StreamYard thing is bugging out. It's also styles, right? I feel like Barbosa's style can give Tio a problem. Tio does well against dudes who come right at him, but the ones who move and box, sometimes he has a problem with.
Yeah, Barbosa's tall. He likes to move in box, but he's not as athletic as the other guys that moved in box against Tio. And Barbosa has more dog than those guys too. Barbosa has more pride. Like if you hit Barbosa, he's gonna want to fight you back. So this is not like Devin Haney moving around or Shakur or Richardson Hitchens. Barbosa is not as fast twitchy as those guys. He don't have the legs and the athleticism of those other guys. So and based on watching Tio train in his videos, he looks like he's in good shape. He looks ready for this fight. And I think this is going to be a fight where Teal's going to put up a real performance. Like he's motivated. A lot of people are talking about him like he's going to lose. And these are the kind of fights where he sells out. You know what I'm saying? So I got him looking. I got him still in the show.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The chat's funny. They're going at you for your Tio support.
Yo, read them to me. Let me hear what they're saying, man.
Oh, all kinds of shit. You can't see
I
it?
can take the jokes. Nah.
Clarissa goes, you interviewing Tio would be like Fox News interviewing Trump. And then
You know what? It's okay though. You know what? Because Tio's one of the fighters that gets so much hate. Like he has probably 3 YouTube channels that actually support him, and I'm one of them. And so it's Fun Drunk Boxing. Everybody else bashes that dude. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. It is what it is.
You know, he kind of did it to himself with all the racist shit. You know what I mean? I don't think he's racist personally, although I don't know. Like,
he's not racist, man.
But,
I can't say, but
I don't think so either. But still, we don't know, and it doesn't really matter because when you say shit like that, you're gonna alienate a large. I mean, come on, what, like 80% of boxing fucking fans are black? Like, what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Fucking weird.
I hear you, man. You know, it is what it is, bro. You know, boxing is boxing. Do I agree with things he said? Absolutely not. You know, is that something I would do if I was a fighter? Absolutely not. But I don't believe he's racist. As far as the N words and stuff like that, that's definitely not racist at all. His father called a Japanese fighter the N word.
No,
His father called. Yeah, that's how they talk, bro. I talk like that sometimes.
I know, but it's like it's old school shit, right? And the problem is things are changing, right? So a lot of people now, like there's a few rappers that I know, for example, that stop saying the N word because it's like times are changing.
Where they from?
Huh?
Where they from?
Oh, I think Fat Joe stopped saying it in his rhymes.
Yeah, Fat Joe did something stupid and also put himself in a box himself. You know what I'm saying? But as far as it is what it is, man. You know.
Yeah.
I try to tone down on it, period, because for vocabulary, you want to speak and sound more decent anyway. You don't want to be talking and sounding ghetto anyway, But it is what it is, man. I don't really care about all that. I'm just looking forward to these fights next weekend.
Yeah, Berlanga uses the N word a lot, but it's a New York thing. But like nobody says
it's the East Coast thing, bro. In Philly, they say it all the time.
In Philly?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I seen an interview with I think it was Beanie Siegel, one of the guys in State Property, right? And they were asking him about that. They were asking him, what do you think about Puerto Rican saying the N-word? And he was like, they can say it all they want. They would have. He grew up with them. We used to go to their house, and they used to feed us poppy platters. Because in Philadelphia, they call Puerto Ricans bodegas. They call them poppy stores.
Right.
Because in Florida, they call Spanish people chicos. In Philly, they call us poppies. So yeah, that's normal on the East Coast. Jersey, Philadelphia, New York, even Florida. That's all that other stuff. That's in segregated places like down south, stuff like that. They're the ones that's really on it with the N word. Like you can't say it, but in the East Coast, that's normal.
Mexicans in Houston use the N word. Is that allowed? I don't really know though.
Now Mexicans is like they're a little more segregated from the blacks out there. That's West Coast. They don't have the same based on my knowledge, they don't have the same brotherhood with them like the way we do with them out here in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with each other out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Oh, he said definitely normal. I mean, I don't know. All I know is, you know, times are changing, and he's getting a lot of criticism for it. And is it a part of his master plan? Yeah. Is it helping him? I don't know.
But from what I noticed, he's not really going that route no more. I don't see him
Nah, it was just he
saying,
used the N word like 4 times in that when they did that sit down with Haney and all these guys.
well, that's different. He can use the N word all he wants. I'm talking about as far as the trolling around like he's racist. That's different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
The
he
trolling
stopped.
around that's like the things he was doing with the banana, all that stuff. That's but him saying the N word. That's nothing. That's him just being him. That's an
Mhm.
East Coast thing. But with him going around, if we still talking about bananas and watermelons, then yeah, that's out of pocket.
Oh shit. Anyway, um, so we have nothing this weekend, right?
Yeah, we do. We got Conor Ben and we
Oh,
got Chris Eubank.
ooh, I'm excited for that. I believe Chris Eubank is going to make it look like a mismatch. He's too big, unless he's weight trained from being too big.
I'm rooting for Conor Ben
Why? Because
because
he
I
looks.
think he got more left. He got more left to offer the sport. This guy already lost a few times,
Because
and
Conor Ben looks Puerto Rican when he grows his hair out. Actually, he
huh?
looks Dominican when he grows his hair out. But go ahead.
And me personally, growing up, when they fought each other, I was rooting for Nigel Ben over Eubank.
You cut out. You
What
cut
I
out.
said was when the fathers fought each other, I was rooting for Nigel Ben.
Mm. I mean, I thought Nigel Ben overall was a better fighter and had a better career. So I was surprised when Eubank beat him. I thought Nigel Ben was just a better fighter. Definitely harder puncher, but you know, that's just the way styles match up sometimes.
I mean, Nigel Ben that damaged one of my favorite fighters of all time growing up, man. Gerald McClellan was one of my favorites at the time. I was a big Gerald McClellan fan. Like when it came to that 168 bunch, my favorite was James Toney, and
Mm-hmm.
then my second favorite was Gerald McClellan. I
They,
always wanted that McClellan versus Roy Jones fight to happen.
yeah, I mean, Roy fought him in the amateurs, and Roy swears, even though they went 1-1, Roy told me that he swears that that was bullshit, that he beat him both times.
Did
Um,
you ever watch that sparring session at the Crunk Gym with
yeah,
James Toney and McClellan?
yeah, yeah. I've seen all that shit. I talked to Gerald McClellan's sister recently, and she was telling me she said that in that fight, Nigel Ben hit him behind the head 18 times. So she credits that for the loss.
Yeah. There's
I don't
also speculation that he probably took some damage in the Julian Jackson fight also because he was getting hit with some clean shots that first fight.
Mm, I mean, I don't shit. He sparked out Julian Jackson though. That wasn't even that didn't even go that long, that fight. Oh, the first fight went.
No,
Did it go
yeah,
12?
the first fight. No, the first fight went 5 rounds, but it was a war. The second fight went 1 round. It was a blowout. But the first fight was a fifth round knockout. And once again we got to give credit to Don King. That was an undercard. That was an undercard fight to Lennox Lewis versus Tony Tucker.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I mean, John McClellan to me might have been one of the hardest punchers who ever lived, but the fact that his career got cut so short, I kind of exclude him from those talks because I just didn't see enough.
Yo, I got to get off momentarily because I just got to my job. You heard?
All right, all right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Jump on tonight, man. Get on tonight, anything.
All right,
Thanks for
peace.
having me on. Y'all can follow me also on Low Nose Boxing.
Peace out. And that concludes our Tiafimo Lopez portion of the show. Yo, you guys are funny. You guys are fucking funny. Like, I forgot he liked Tio, right? And then as we're talking, he was saying all this, like, he was being a little biased. And I was like, oh, that's right. He loves Tio. And then it all made sense. See, I feel like I don't do that. I might do that with Roy, but I feel like everything I say about Roy is true. Like, I don't think I say anything that's not true. And even the shit that people might not agree with, it's still arguable. Like, you can't, nobody could say Roy's not the fastest puncher of all time. You could maybe argue, but you can't just, like, I feel like the shit I say is at least true. Low was firm but fair. David, you went hard on Low No Diddy. Yeah, David was funny. You guys were all funny. What's up, Michael? That was a Tio solo portion. He showed up looking to his job like Captain Jack. I don't get it. Jack Sparrow from Johnny Depp? Soup, what up? You can say it's subjective. Yeah, word up. Damn sure it's subjective, but you can't say it's fucking totally wrong. You know? I'm just saying. Who can say that Roy, all the shit about Roy is not, it is what it is. Like, your eyeballs, Shakira's hips don't lie, and my eyeballs don't lie. So there it is. That was a paid promotion. Dress like Tio. Oh, you guys are funny. Yeah, he loves him some Tio, man. I can't believe I missed the fucking media credentials for this. Damn it. That's annoying. Really annoying. That's so fucking annoying. Now, who do I got to finagle to get this fucking media credential? I don't know. That's so fucking annoying. Son of a bitch. That's wild. I can't believe I missed it. Talk to Roy? Why would Roy be able to do that? What's Roy have to do with it? I'll ask him. I'll ask everybody. Fuck it. Can't hurt. But why is Roy connected to that fight? I fought last Saturday. I won, almost got the KO. Do you have a video of it? I know you have a video of it. You're a young man in the 2000 mid-20s. Everybody records everything. Let's see the video. Let's see what you got going on. Let's see what you got going on. Let's see. By the way, Ring, whatever, I forget your name is Jordan, I believe, right? You kind of look like Errol Spence. Is it just, maybe it's just that one picture? Have you ever heard that before? Or is it just the one picture that I saw? It wasn't the clearest picture either, so maybe I'm just being racist. So if I am, sorry. He's connected to media. What's up, Yova? Or has connections at least. I mean, no, I didn't apply. I didn't know the fucking application was open, and then now I just got the application. It's already closed. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Oh, that's racist.
Yeah, I got to see what's up. Maybe I'll ask Shaq. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I'm gonna fucking ask him right now. It's Tyson, not Jordan. See, I knew it was one of the big mics. I've been told I look like James Toney, but not Errol. Tony. I mean, all right. Good work, Ring, but next time get the KO almost on count in horseshoes and grenades. Word. Marco, you and Ness still beefing? We're not beefing. He just hasn't gotten back to me. Shiraz or Berlanga? Shiraz. Bill? Oh. Yes. Yes. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do that right now. Bill Haney. Hey, man. I missed the crit. Hey, man. Any chance you could get me credentials media credentials, right? Media credentials for Devin's fight in NYC. I really appreciate. All right. Well, good one. Hit up Bill. Let's see what happens. I think he got me the credentials for Devin versus Ryan too, because I got a proof of that, and I think that was through him. I got my first wrong bet on boxing. By the way, guys, we're still like 15 raffle tickets shy to get this motherfucker out. Mike Tyson autographed glove with certificate of authenticity. First tell Big Bill, big up LDBC. I'm cool with LDBC. I'm not. Nessa Marco doing the what if they will they or won't they thing. Neither wants to be the first. I called him already. What you mean? I called him the fucking day he had his temper tantrum. I called him and texted him offline. He didn't respond. I got no problem reaching out once, but I'm not going to keep fucking chasing him. Maybe a little bit now. Yeah, a little bit. As said in today's show, he is waiting for you to apologize and reach out. Apologize and reach out? I already reached out. I mean, apologizing isn't happening. That's wow, that's like a fucking teenage girl. Apologize. Nothing offensive even happened, you fucking dipshit. We were talking about boxing and like you apologize if you fucking hurt somebody's feelings, you tell them they're an asshole, you punch them in the face. You don't apologize if two people are trying to interpret an article by ESPN. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I meant to say almost only counts in horseshoes. Yeah. Okay. Mark, you're going to have to kiss. Yeah, okay. Asked, did Mike Tyson sign those gloves or did you sign them? Some stupid art. Well, I mean, it was really probably wasn't about that. He's probably having a bad day, but some stupid article. But it was Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia drug thing. He always pops a gasket over that. He apologized to who? What's about the Haneys? Yeah, no, that's fucking not happening. That's not happening. You know what we could do? We could do a body shot challenge. How about that? Me and him could do a body shot challenge. He wouldn't even be able to take one. And I'm probably 100 pounds lighter than him. Not one. There was this little Puerto Rican dime piece who didn't answer my first call, never called or text her again. I mean, girls are different. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit a girl up more than once. I would do a girl like 2 times, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I would never just leave. Back in the day, I wouldn't just leave a girl once. That's a whole different story. Nah, he didn't flip out bad. I disagree. He was making no sense. It was ridiculous, but it wasn't a flip out on me. He wasn't being disrespectful. He was just speaking nonsense. Like, complete uneducated nonsense. Like, oh, it's only this. He has. It was just an ego thing. His ego's out of control. He said you can't be lying on his show. That's why he hasn't had you back on. That's another stupid thing. I hear a lie is something. First off, I was right, but even if I wasn't, a lie is something that's intentional. You know what I mean? If somebody makes a mistake, that's a whole different thing. I haven't watched The Voice since Ness did that to you, Marco, and I was watching. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Misinformation. Okay. That's so stupid. misinformation. He just felt stupid because I fucking made him feel stupid because he tried to come in like he knew. And the truth was, none of us knew. The article was just kind of ambiguous. It was hard to tell what it was. That's just the truth. But he felt stupid because he comes in so hard on people sometimes. And what really needs to be analyzed is why the fuck does he care so much? You know how many times he said shit that's wrong? We all do. It's just part of what we do. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's just human conversation. It's an open platform. As long as people aren't being disrespectful, that behavior is completely unwarranted. PV asking us to call you back, so there's going to be a lot of people asking you about it today. Oh, they asked him to call me back, and then he said he doesn't want to call me back? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Two-Tone says the same thing I do. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I just saw a video on Two-Tone saying basically like Austrian didn't do shit, blah, blah, blah. I just saw the whole video. Highlight watching like me? Oh. Maybe I'm on his mind. TBV won't grow more than now because it's always on members only. Well, that's not true. There'll be some people who will buy more memberships because they want to talk. I wasn't there when. Yeah, he does, and that's just weird. Because the truth is this. This is when I made him feel dumb. I was like, so let me ask you a question. I'm like, let's say Ryan took no drugs. Do you know for sure Devin would have won? He said yes, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm done with this conversation. I think that's exactly what I said. Like, this is boxing. You never know 100% anybody's going to win. You're clearly being biased. I'm just saying we don't know. That's not misinformation. That's a fact. You don't know. His is actually misinformation if you really want to get into it. Saying for sure somebody would win. Of course you don't know who's going to win. It's fucking boxing. Two-Tone is Nessa's son for real. And he tries to speak on hip-hop, not boxing. I got no problems with Two-Tone. Ring Walk Danny working with Bill Haney is all you need to know. Good point. Whatever Ness say, Two-Tone agrees with. Nah. Two-Tone agrees with Two-Tone thinks Ryan's better. Two-Tone thinks that Berlanga's not good. He said you can come talk boxing anytime on his shift. Who said that? Wait, what? Who said I could come talk boxing anytime? I'm confused. Theater for the unexpected, I suppose. The Haney voice. Two-Tone is, I like Two-Tone. It's weird that Ness came at you over a subject that Two-Tone, he's done this before. He has been funny too. He's been disrespectful to me. It became a thing where I'm like, yo, stop being rude. He's like, okay, I'm gonna try to stop being rude. But I took it all in fun. Like to me and him, it was all in fun. I never was really offended by him. A little bit when they did the racist shit, but then he kind of pulled back. But other than that, never up until this point did I feel disrespected. So I wouldn't be somewhere where I felt like I was being disrespected. And now I felt like I was. But not a big deal though. Like not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Call me the fuck back. Let's talk about it like men, but he doesn't want to do that. So what are you going to do? Now we playing the telephone game that said you're welcome back, but he wants an apology. Ness just don't like Marco. We disrespected Marco multiple times before that. I didn't feel disrespected, but I've heard people think that he's, you don't know how, and I don't know. Again, New Jersey is like diet New York. That's like our redheaded stepson. So maybe I shouldn't have really thought of him as a New Yorker, but growing up in New York, like we fuck with each other. It's all in love and fun. That's the vibe I got from it. I didn't get because I fuck with him back. It was fun. And it's stupid. Like, you really want to play this pity pat game to like serve his ego. You know how many times we did this Mike Tyson thing? There's a good example. I was like, yo, Mike Tyson got awarded $4 million. He's like, no, we didn't. And he started doing that. Yo, you're misinforming people. Find it. Find the article. I'm like, I don't need to find it. And he started getting all like annoying about it. I'm like, you look it up. Why the fuck? Like, I know just because you got trained by Mike Tyson doesn't mean you should go lying. I'm like, my man, first of all, it's not that deep. I'm just telling you what his son told me and what Kevin told me when I lived up there. And then after we get off, I was like, you know what? Out of curiosity, I hit up Kevin Rooney's son. I go, Kevin got awarded $4 million. He goes, yeah. I go, can you give me an article? Because so he sent me the article where it says, credible like CBS News, Kevin Rooney was awarded $4 million with interest after a judge initially threw it out. So Ness found an article saying a judge initially threw it out, and then Kevin Rooney's son gave me the article that says because I knew Kevin had the money. I live with him. I saw, and I sent that to Ness. He didn't say anything. And I usually didn't get involved with his like pity pat ego shit because for him it's all about his ego. Like he's bad. And I usually am like, whatever. You don't believe me, I don't care. But this one I did. More because I was curious myself because I knew Kevin. I'm like, he wasn't lying to me, was he? Like, doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know for my own. And it was true. I sent him the article. He didn't say anything. Did he go on his show and publicly apologize for saying I'm misinforming and I'm full of shit? No. And I wouldn't want him to because I'm not a fucking girl. Like, that's so stupid. Like, literally, it's like 12, 13-year-old shit. He said, I'm welcome to talk boxing. Oh, but I have to apologize? Yeah, okay. He believes him. It depends. Usually he doesn't. He believes it if it aligns with his opinion. Michael hit the nail on the head. Then uses it's my channel rant. Yep. He just felt dumb because if you guys remember, anybody who was on that day, I came at him the way he comes at me all the time. I made him feel dumb. If you guys saw it, I usually laugh it off, but at that point, every now and then I make him feel dumb. I made him feel dumb, and he didn't like it. You know, my channel, I feel I can't, and he just, it's like he's a Napoleon complex, even though he's tall. Yeah, I made him feel the way I said it. He didn't like the way I said it. So that's what it was really about. It wasn't about the topic. It was about him feeling, which I understand, right? Like if I go on somebody else's channel and I'm trying to make him feel dumb, I get you want to, but he does that shit to everybody and especially to me all the time. And I thought we both have tough skin and we could fuck around. Oh, but suddenly when it's you can't fuck around. That's what it was to me. Because I remember he was like looking up. I was like, oh, see what happened. I was like, you're all condescending and you're not even right. And that was too much for him. Yet he could come at people the way he wants. So it's like, if it's his channel, cool. But that's not the kind of channel I want to be on. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what he thinks about hip hop. I sent you the first round of my. Oh, you did? Okay, I'll check it. Yeah, which is not even true. Not even true. Misinforming. We were reading an article together. And I pointed out that the article said Victor Conti, based on Victor Conti's findings, and I just pointed that out. How is that misinforming? I'm literally reading what's in the article. That's misinforming? Saying that we don't know if the drugs affected him for sure or not is misinforming. That's a fact. It's so stupid. It's literally, I felt like I was arguing with my 13-year-old cousin who's a girl. It was so stupid. And I've been around this earth long enough to know when something isn't about what it's about. When there's an underlying issue, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't about that. Motherfucker was either having a bad day or didn't like that I fucking played him out a little bit. Which is fine. You know, he doesn't have to like it, but you shouldn't do it to them. Let's try to blow everyone around. Exactly. Yep, that's true. What's up, Ramirez? I mean, I don't know if it stopped growing. I think he's doing great. Like, I can't knock him on how great he's doing. I wish I was doing that great. From the outside, it looked like a personal thing. He doesn't really like you and threatens. And I don't think he treated me like crap, or I wouldn't have been on there. Again, we would just fuck around with each other. But if that's what it looks like to you, okay, maybe you're right. I don't know. I just go by when I feel a certain way. You know what I mean? And I never felt disrespected besides that racial thing until he did that. Like, that's too far. Like, this is an open platform. Like, what are you doing? You let certain dudes scream and curse and go crazy, but like, I'm just sitting, like, it's so stupid. It's so childish. Like, the alarm should have gone off with the Floyd. You're right. It should have, but he kind of pulled back after. That's why I let it go. And my man Amin hit me up privately, and we squashed it, which is what Ness should have done. So that's why I let that go. If it would have happened again, I would have been out. That's a fact. You know, people have bad days, man. It happens. Everybody has I have bad days. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could be an asshole sometimes. It's about the majority of the time, and also just being a fucking respectful human being. You know, and all of us have egos, but you got to check your shit sometimes. Be clear, I disagree with you about the steroid stuff, but Ness handled it the wrong way. You disagree with me that there's no way we know if it affected him or not? You disagree with that? Okay. What's crazy is that there's a video of Victor Conte laughing at Austrian because he said it doesn't do anything. Right, but then there's all videos of saying it does stuff. I mean, we don't know for sure. That could, you know, that whole conversation goes both ways. You can't make me crazy saying I was scared to fight at Border Wars. Jonathan Sims hasn't called into the show since I called him out to fight. Oh, well, that's what he does. He knows he doesn't need you. Exactly. Yep, that's a fact. Now CYP back because he's paying for CYP again. It's a dysfunctional kind of thing, which is fine. It's just not my, you know, I'm cool to be somewhere where, you know, everybody's respect. Again, guys, if he called me back and we had a conversation that went well, I got no problem with going back on that show at all. You would have fucked him up. Well, I mean, I don't live near him, so I've never even met him in person, so I can't fuck up anybody, even if I wanted to. But I give people a chance. Whatever. He got triggered. He acted a certain way. Whatever it was, we talked it out. That was it. All good. And I said that in a live, and he called me stupid when it came to out of Victor's mouth. Well, there you go. Austrian made Ryan superhuman. Might have. That's the thing. It might have. I'm balanced. Like, it very well might have. But it might have not. And how that's not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't test for level of effectiveness with any drug. You never know what it do. Big motion, big facts. They act like Ryan wasn't knocking shit out. Yeah, he was. I think if Haney and Ryan fought 10 times, they would split even. You might be right. We're going to find out. Chill. You can't go back, Marco. You got to have pride. We from NY. Nah, if somebody... Let me tell you something. If I talk to this fucking doofus, right, and we squash it, I'm good with that. Now, if it happens repeatedly, that's a whole different story. I'm a big one-strike guy. Funny enough, I'm even a one-strike guy with steroids in boxing. Now, if there's a video, a secretly recorded video of Ryan being like, yeah, I'm going to take these steroids and give me the competitive, like where he's admitting, that's a different story. No strike. One and you're done. But in instances where it's unprovable without a shadow of a doubt, without a reasonable doubt, where it's unprovable, I give people one strike. Because like I said, my man Roy Jones, he popped dirty once, and I believe what he said. It was a contaminant. He didn't know. So I'm like that with people in general. As long as you're not doing something crazy, like trying to stab my mother or whatever, I give people one chance. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody. What did Amin do? He was just basically calling me a racist. He was basically calling me racist. That's what he was doing. What Amin got to do with this? I just explained it. He was there, and he was actually worse. He wanted to kick me off, and he was calling me a racist, and it kind of hurt my feelings, really. Ness hurt my feelings too, to be honest with you. I thought that was my man. Even though when you don't meet somebody in person, I guess they can't fully ever be your man. But I thought that was. I talk to this motherfucker every single day almost. You know, we do a show together. That kind of hurt my feelings. That shit was uncalled for. And Amin, that hurt my feelings too. So. But now Haney is taking responsibility for the mistake, and everyone said that he's just been crow. Nah, I mean he took responsibility for his errors, his tactical errors, but I don't think he's saying it wasn't the he still probably believes it was the Austrian. I mean, because the truth is the Austrian might have made the punch harder. Maybe without it, he would have landed, just not hurt him. You know, we don't know. That's my whole point. You guys are crazy. Made Ryan superhuman in the amateurs. I'm sorry. I think they pulled a funny inside move on Ryan. I mean, that's a theory. I don't know how much I believe that, but who the fuck knows? It wasn't that serious for y'all to cut each other off. It wasn't y'all. It was him. He knew he was getting cooked on his show. That's exactly Big Motion where you saw it live, right? That's exactly what happened. Not only was he caught for being wrong, or at least arguably wrong, because the shit was a little subjective, even the article, like you couldn't tell. First it says clearly Victor Conte, but then there's another company saying, based on these findings, right, that was his main thing. But look, it says there, based on the findings. I'm like, how do you know that they're not referring to what's in the beginning of the article saying that Victor Conte said this? Like, it was subjective, right? But it came after he was all arrogant and condescending, and then I also made him feel dumb. He didn't like it. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't like it either, but I also wouldn't talk to people the way he does. So you give it, you got to be able to take it. Ness has fallen out with what? Bugging. Yeah, it was fucked. They basically said because I said that I think Floyd is broke, mishandling his money. They said that I'm just being racist, and I think what the black man can't do well. I was like, what the fuck? Where did that just come from? It was out of nowhere too. But I stood my ground. I'm like, no. And I kept being like, no. I'm like, no, it's nothing to do with race. I think the motherfucker is, all the shit about him makes me believe that. I don't know. And I said that too. I'm like, I don't know for sure. That's just the vibe I get. And they just flipped out. Ness has fallen out with almost all. Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously, it's who he is. That's who he is. There's only one common denominator of somebody flipping out, being arrogant, kicking people off. It's him. Like, I'll be honest. The only person I think he should ever kicked off was Troy, and I love Troy. No disrespect, Troy, but you be wiling out sometimes. Like Troy goes off. That's the one person where I'm like, okay, he needs to cool off and come back later. But everybody else, it was uncalled for. And I hope you get that Tank and Jake interview before TBV. Both of y'all slightly with y'all's race. What's that mean? It's Dev's fault. He should have pulled out of the fight with Ryan. I mean, nah, not really. 3 pounds is nothing. I disagree. 3 pounds is nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? Calling Marco. Yeah, it was fucked up. Oh, they were calling me like Bill Riley and like I forgot. Like I forgot, but I remember I was shocked. I was like, it came out of nowhere too. Always respond by saying to negative criticism, starting with it. This is your opinion, and in America, you have the right to be wrong. True. Who you got in the Haney-Ryan rematch? I'm gonna have to go with Ryan, but not super confident because again, we don't know what role the drugs played. We gotta love for people who and people have thoughts should be made into a race. Exactly. How original. Yeah, exactly. Fuck Floyd, he ruined boxing, and I'm black, and Ness is not. I don't know if he ruined boxing, but that's just my opinion. Floyd must have money problems if he keeps fighting. That's what I always. It's not that he keeps fighting, Clarissa. To me, it was who he's fighting. Logan Paul. Okay, that's bad enough. But fuck it. The fucking dude that nobody heard of, his boy that he used to spar with. And what topped it for me, John Gotti's grandson. on like Nickelodeon. Like nobody even watched. It wasn't even on ESP. It was on Nick at Night. That's how, like, come on. You know, and all the fucking betting he does. Like everybody knows that, dudes, when you gamble, you overall always end up losing money. Gamblers almost never, like when you cumulatively add up all gambling, you lose. You know what I'm saying? So I know he likes to post all of his wins, but that means just on the law of averages, he probably has 3 times as many losses of shit that he's bet on. You know, but again, I don't know for sure. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. I was just talking. It was just like a stream of conscious, and they made it to this. It's like, Jesus. That's the thing. Like, I'm not even that passionate about it. Like, I'm like, it could be right, could be wrong. I don't care. There's a lot of people that don't like Mexican fighters, like Blue Blood, and oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never really seen that in him, but I don't pay attention to it. You do better not disagree with Nelson Fannin. 2 channels, you better not. Oh, Fannin. Yeah, I don't know much about Fannin. I was just taught. I heard he's a wild guy. You got me? All right. 3 pounds is nothing, but he made him pay. That's another thing too. Don't take the money. Ness is a Dominican. I would guess his DNA is like 75% black. That'd be my guess. 75, maybe 60%, 70% black, something like that. But he's Dominican, technically. He took it personal, taking shots about 1K viewers. No need for that. Wait, he felt stupid. Gabe Rosado was right. Bill Haney slutted out his son. Damn. Nah, when you were making weight, it do because they were draining themselves down to 140. What's up, Pilot? What's up, Joel? If Floyd had his money invested right, he would. You know, it's funny. Floyd there was this whole article how he bought a bunch of buildings in my city, in New York. And then a news article just came out literally days later, because the owners of real estate, of property, it's public knowledge. People don't know this. When you go and look up tax records, it says who the owner is. It says the corporation. It says, or if it's one, it says. And it was confirmed that Floyd didn't own any of those. And that's a fact. You could go right now and publicly search. That's what the news. I mean, I didn't cross-check it, so I guess I didn't like. 'Cause I don't care enough. But you can go and publicly search on the IRS website those buildings that Floyd said that he bought, and you'll see that it's not under. It's under a totally different entity. Tranquilo, Marco. Just been out. 1 second, guys. 1 second. My bad. Ooh, I gotta get my daughter picked up by somebody else because I don't have the fucking car. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Hey, can you pick up Nova, please? We don't have. Tia is out with the car. All right, my bad. Tranquilo. Just been out a lot. That's why I haven't been on your lives. All right, what you been doing out? Working what? What's up, Marco? Just tuning in. What's good, chat? What's good? What's good, Josue? My man, Josue. What's cracking? Wait, so Floyd doesn't actually own half of Manhattan? That's what an article said on, I believe it was like NBC. It was like a major news network, I believe. And 50 Cent posted it too. 50 Cent posted the news segment on his He posted the whole thing and he laughed. He goes, LOL, Floyd, they be doing you dirty, but like you shouldn't be lying. It goes, Floyd Mayweather recently. I'm downstairs. I'm on a live though. Floyd Mayweather recently posted like a picture of him, or there was a couple articles. He bought, and he's standing in front of like a whole bunch of buildings in my city. And then upon searching the tax records and then the current ownership records through the IRS, it was not under Floyd at all. It was under a different known entity that's not Floyd. I don't know. I don't like how Haney walks around with a bunch of bodyguards trying to copy Floyd. Yeah, when I first met Danny, it was during the Ryan, and Danny was part of like Haney's entourage. It was funny. It was like a whole bunch of them. I mean, whatever. That's what some people like doing. What are you gonna do? Yeah, well, I don't know what Danny's what his like role is. I don't know if he's on the payroll, if he's just his friend. I don't really know what the deal is, but hold on. DHP Danny. What's DHP mean? Oh, Devin Haney. Devin Haney Promotions Danny, right? Bodyguards, but he had to put all the black fighters try to emulate Floyd. I don't know about that. Devin wearing $500K worth of jewelry. He better have a gun. Yeah. Danny got his. Ooh, boy. You meant to write back, or did you meant to write that word? Because that's foul. It's carrying the sacks. Back. Okay, good. I thought you tried to write that one word and spelled it cack, and I was like, ugh, nasty. Yeah, I mean, I get somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine might need bodyguards, but Haney the bag man. The bag man. Oh man, he taking the charge next time. Danny the Towel Boy Shakur was talking about. Damn. Double entendres carrying the sack. So I get it. I get it. Understood. I understood your entendre. Your double entendre. Stevenson even tried to cry in the Olympics, at the Olympics like Floyd, and Floyd legit was robbed. Bars. Word. Word, word, word. Oh man. Are you going to watch the Monster Anyway live? Yeah. It's on it's Sunday on what channel is it on? Or what time is it? I will though. It was 3 fights, man. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, that's next week. Give me your top 5 current fighters' IQ. It's probably all the top 5 current fighters. Bud, Inoue, Usyk, Benavidez. Bivol. That's crazy. Is that Haney is a good kid? Most people do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if most people dislike him or not, but yeah, Benavidez, get out of here. Aren't you Hispanic, Mo? Good Lord. Support your own people. Unbelievable. It's time for Inoue to step up the competition. What's he going to do? He fight everybody. Everybody. What's he going to do? Go grab Ricardo Lopez out of a retirement home and fight him? Like, what you want him to do? Corsair Turquoise, the same said about him trying to find a one. Bam Boots Tank. What's top 3? He said 5. Tank IQ? Maybe. Word, that's true. That is true. Translation. Is it time for Inoue to get KO'd by Tank? He might do that. He might do that. But what's that going to do for him? Really? Does he make a lot of money fighting Inoue in America? Or does he go to Japan and knock him out in Japan? It's an easier fight for him, maybe, because Inoue is smaller. But Inoue is faster and hits very hard, so that'll be dangerous for Tank. Just tuned in. What's up, people? Oh, just all over the place, Black Storm, all over the place. Now we're talking Inoue versus Tank, which I would see because it's two explosive fighters, but obviously a bit of a mismatch popping. Canelo, Bam, Virgil, Benavidez don't got ring IQ. They flat-footed brawlers only. Tank gets no credit for that fight. Yeah, he was going to get no credit for Roach even, and Roach was only one weight class below him. Not 2. Inoue has the Nick Ball. Inoue has Nick Ball, Nakatagi, and Shushu. Good point. That's gonna play my song off YouTube on his show and then gonna say the quality could have been better. Well, that's what he does, I guess. I can definitely see Inoue beating Tank, clip him, and TKO. Really? I mean, Tank's never really been hurt. And Roach hit him with some hard shit and didn't hurt him. Just subscribe, brother. Love the content. Hope to see you. Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you. You are the man. Don't forget, guys, we got this Mike Tyson glove. Signed Mike Tyson glove for raffle. Enter it or not. Jab and grab the new ring IQ. That was Klitschko's model. Shakur is the fight that will give Tank the credit he needs. That's not going to happen, though. You're right. That's not going to happen. All these fights have showed. What? You're crazy. You're just a hater. You're drinking a big glass of haterade. No, I know what it is. All those gas leaks you've been going around, they've melted your brain. Those gas, man, I'm telling you, the CO2 leaks and those fuel leaks that you're around, they're fucking your brain up, Mo. Fucking your brain up. Maybe your meter that you use to test for it's broken. So you're going in these rooms, it's showing that the room's clean, but it's fucking infested the whole time. And it's just eating away at your brain cells and making you think Benavidez is no good. That's what's happening. It's okay, though. This guy wants any way to move up multiple weight divisions, but happy with Tank's mediocre opponents. Word. Check your email. All right. Benavidez didn't show ring IQ versus Morel. Raw Dog, he's suffering from gas poisoning. He knows not what he says. Someone please order Raw Dog a Benavidez meat lover pizza. Why doesn't Tank go to 140? Because he's small. He's small. Simple. Benavidez has looked dominant. Oh, Jesus. He's had 2 fights. Does anyone else feel like Nick Ball is being underrated if he fights Inoue? No. Like Inoue is going to be smaller. I think Inoue will beat the shit out of Nick Paul. Personally. Benavidez gave Morel fans a healthy dose of reality. But not Mo or E-Rock. They still don't care. Shit, I might fly out to see Bam's next fight. He's real Papa Mexican fighter. All right. Bet. Ooh, you know what I could do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Tio's pops to get me credentials for this fight. Hey, man. Any chance you could get me credentials for Tio's fight at SG? All right, just asked him, and I'm going to ask the manager too, because he's cool. He's cool. Hold on. Before I forget, David McWater. Hold on. All right, my bad. See what happens. I'm trying to get in this damn fight. I didn't know you had to submit already. I'm always late on that shit. Small, but if the generational talent is there, smoke for him. I went forward. Benavidez is unified email champ. You're king, World Tour. I hear you. I'm not saying he'll lose. I just feel like it's not as one-sided as people think. Inoue is great, but Nick Paul could. I don't think Nick Paul hits hard enough. He has a lot of pressure, but I don't think he hits hard enough. Marco, play Kanye new song called Cousins in the stream. Nah. First of all, I'll get flagged if I play somebody else's music. But most importantly, I do not like Kanye West's music. Except for a couple songs, a little bit back in like 2000. I'm not into it. Otherwise, I would. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all right, people, I'm going to bounce. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to catch you tonight because I got date night, but definitely tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, because I got to go in the city tomorrow. All right, people, appreciate you. Peace.